have to say that this, as you know, has been a different process than anything I've ever done before, but I know that you've done this type of collaborating before.
I typically work with choreographers and film directors, so there's a large element in those commissions that has to do with like imagery and really matching with what those images are or the movement is. I dialed in something really particular. It's hard to, like this was very different in a way where it was much more open-ended. We know the story. We know what types of emotions we want to evoke. But really the start and end was like, it was kind of open-ended. So that was kind of interesting to have just a lot of freedom for us to explore what sort of shape we wanted.
Come find me in a dream. I'm here, light years away. Come find me in a dream. I'm here, light years away.
Something really special about this album that we did set out to do, and I had no idea how it was going to. I'm still kind of shocked at how it works, how you can finish the album and you can start it again, and it is a completely differently informed experience.
That you could listen to again, find different meanings, a different journey, and you know, like years down the road you might hear pieces in different ways. The more we had those conversations, it's like grief can't be segregated into separate emotions, you know, like you can be feeling just a wave of like, I mean, anxiety on its own is so complex, and like that's why it's hard to like separate those things. And I think that's what we were trying to go for, was something that has that complexity of emotions. So it is a choose your own adventure, like where you want to take yourself in that moment.
So yes, I knew right away that this was going to be a very different project. I mean, when we started talking about this project with Tom, I mean, it was just a concept. And I'm familiar with your music. I'm familiar with at least the aspects of your process that are different from other things that I've done. For instance, I wasn't ever expecting a score from you. That's something when we started talking right away, we established, you said, okay, this is a recording project, right? I said, yeah, this is a recording project. And you said right away, I think what I'm envisioning is we would be recording this like as we write, as we go. You know, started to talk about this in terms of Tom's journal entries. Tom knew that I was thinking about making another album after Lady of the Lake, and Ashley had passed. And we were talking about the idea of his journal entries to Ashley.
I'll say one thing about that actually is like, you know, going back to saying that working with dance and film, there is like a visual element to what I usually create music for. Tom allowed us to look at his journal entries and some of Ashley's journal entries before she passed, and that gave a lot of imagery for us. And I think in those conversations with Tom, and Tom being a filmmaker, like the way he's describing these emotions and what he's feeling, he puts into a visual context as if he's visualizing like a scene or something. And so it really, I think that helped a lot,
I think
for
so,
sure.
too.
Like it contextualized a lot of those emotions visually and like in a very complex way.
And all of that, it absolutely does, but it really is about something much larger reaching.
Absolutely.